or stop applying the technique to sample these items. In this case, we have more than 9 items, and as soon as we start to use 10, 11, 12, 2-digit numbers, all of our values need to have 2 digits on our list, and I'll show you what that looks like on the next slide. Sometimes it's meaningful to keep repeated values because it doesn't really matter if you choose the same item twice. But in this case, we want a variety of items for our party guests. So we want to make sure that we're discarding repeats. And we have context of the problem that for enough people to enjoy everything that we have at the party, then we are going to have 6 items from the list. So that is something that's preset from the context in the directions or in the scenario that you're given. So you number your items based on the number of digits that you need. So as soon as you need 2 digits because we have the number 10, then we need 2 digits for everything else. The first sampling technique we're going to look at is systematic random sampling. It uses the number table very briefly, and as soon as you get to the number that you need and then the rule you're going to apply, then you can stop using the random number table and then just select your items. Since we have 2 digits in the list for each value, then we also want to make sure that we are only looking at 2 digits at a time in the number table. So this first 2 digits, and we always want to start on the left here. We don't want to try to find a value with our eyes because we don't know how the digits are going to line up. So we're going to look at the very first set of 2 digits, which is 73. That does not apply. That does not appear on any of our values. We don't have a 73. We don't have 73. 54 is the next value, regardless of this gap. The gap is there to organize these numbers visually, and if we need to bridge the gap, 54, then we do it. 54 is not a value that we need. 59, 63, you just keep going until you get to this point where you do see a number, 2-digit number, that is on our list. So that's brownies. And then for systematic random sampling, we look at 4 being the next digit in our number table, and that tells us we need to select every 4th value after brownies on our list. And it doesn't matter if you want to skip 3 and choose 4th, or you want to skip 4 items and choose the next one. It doesn't really matter as long as you remain consistent. When I hear 4, I think I'm going to go brownies is my first value, 1, 2, 3, 4. So queso is my next value. I'm at the end of my list. So I go back to the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm not even really using the number table anymore at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so we have our 6 items. We have 3 dip options, and we have 2 dessert options, and then we have a finger food option. And that is how we're going to accomplish our systematic random sampling. You can list these items out later for someone and say, hey, here are the items you need to bring for the 6 from the list. And that is it.